thanks and praise to my Heavenly Father this morning. I'm just so grateful to be here today. Despite all that I've been through, I thank and praise God. God is really good. This morning we're to bring our church history of Mount Olive Baptist Church being our 55th anniversary. So the church was organized in 1961 under the leadership of Pastor M.B. Barnett. Reverend Barnett was blind and was affectionately referred to as Reverend Blind Barnett. The church was organized on the property of Brother Tommy Jordan and his wife Betsy. The deacons were Brother Jordan, Brother Albert Smith, Brother Stephen Miles, and Brother Osby Walker. The church was formerly named as Mount Olive Baptist Church on March 2nd, 1964 at 4:00 p.m. meeting. The church later relocated to its present location, 1311 North Faulkner Street. The musician at that time was Sister Katie Barnett, and secretary was Sister Esther Mae Taylor. Pastor Barnett passed away in December of 1971. In May of 1972, Reverend J.T. Searcy was installed as pastor. Okay, in 1977, the Lord blessed us to have the building remodeled. It was extended on both sides and at the front. While the building was under renovations, the Pastor A.L. Williams and the Corinth Baptist Church of Ennis invited us to worship with them until the work was finished. We re-entered our building in the spring of 1978. The deacons serving under Reverend Searcy's pastoring were Brother Clarence Walker, Brother Charles Sally Jr., Brother Joseph Wilburn, Brother Tommy Collins, and Brother Andrew Jackson. Reverend Searcy preached his farewell sermon here in 1978. On the third Sunday in October 1978, Reverend Reggie Hyder was installed as our pastor. The musician was Sister Ruby Echols. In 1981, Deacon Clarence Walker announced his call to the ministry. In 1983, Brother Philip Dow was named as a deacon. In 1988, 3 ministers received their calling under Pastor Hyder. They were Reverend Aaron P. Searcy, Reverend Nunn L. McDavid, and Reverend Philip Dow. In 1990, the church installed new carpet and had the pews reupholstered. Pastor Hyder later built a pastor study, the dining room to the building. The building was also bricks were also added to the building. We will be forever grateful for the leadership and the service of Pastor Hyder and his lovely wife, Sister Viola Hyder. They will always be remembered in the history of Mount Olive Baptist Church. Deacons who served under Pastor Hyder were Deacon Minister Clarence Walker, Deacon Andrew Jackson, Deacon Milton Evans, Deacon and Minister Pastor Philip Dow, Deacon Arthur L. Walker, and also there was Deacon Bobby Dow at the time. The church clerk was Sister Mary Dow. In 1995, Pastor Hyder moved on and built another church, the New Beginners Baptist Church in Ferris, Texas. Reverend Hyder was a very talented carpenter, and it's shown in his work in the New Beginners Church on North Interstate Highway 45. Okay, while pastoring at the New St. Holland Baptist Church in Buffalo, Texas, Reverend Philip Dow still worked faithfully at the Mount Olive Church. He only worked 2 Sundays a month in Buffalo at New St. Holland, so he and his wife Mary remained active and faithful members to the Mount Olive Church. In September 1995, Reverend Philip Dow, our present pastor, was installed. Okay, musicians who served, who have served here before were under Pastor Dow were Sister Linda Robinson, Brother Brent Polk, Minister Vincent Gant, Brother Marcus Sally, Sister Sandra Rowland. Okay, associate ministers under Pastor Dow, Reverend Bobby Dow, Carl Dubose, Keith Searcy, Jimmy Dow, John T. Abram, Earl Walford, and Reverend Ivy Griffin. Deacon Brother Kelly Dixon and Thomas Williams were first. Okay, church clerk was Sister Sally, Reverend Iron Searcy, and Sister Ornetta Johnson. Okay. Also, let's see. Sister Frida Dow was also Secretary of Church until she passed away in December of 2013. Okay, 2005, Pastor Dow and the church began another renovation project, and concrete flooring was poured, and the contractor was Sanchez Construction Company. On Sunday, March 7th, Pastor Darrow and the New Jerusalem Baptist Church invited us to worship in their sanctuary for as long as necessary. Thank you to Pastor Darrow and the New Jerusalem Church for their hospitality. Brother Mr. Milton Brewer, a master plumber, and a friend and co-worker of Reverend Bobby Dow at the time. He was the city inspector, and he did all of the plumbing work for free. Okay, the pulpit area was widened, and the choir gallery was reconfigured to include a baptistry. Also, bathrooms were added to the front of the building. Several of brothers and ministers from the Ennis Mount Zion Church were very instrumental in the completion of this renovation project. Okay, finally in 2008, our latest project began, and we added a new wing to the building. This new addition included a dining and fellowship hall, kitchen, pastor study, 2 handicap accessible restrooms, finance room, office workroom, and a classroom. Okay, the carpenter for this project was the late brother Charles Shepherd. John T. Abrams laid all of the tile work in the dining room and kitchen area and the restroom and the hallway. Okay, this physical building is a special part of the history, surely. But as our pastor often say, remember only what you do for Christ will last. Okay, for the kingdom building, we must have some spiritual growth and some soul winning. Okay, so at this time now, this is what we're working with. Presently, our pastor Philip Dow, Mary Dow is First Lady. Our associate ministers are Mr. Bobby Dow, Mr. Ali Griffin. Our deacons, Brother Kelly Ray Dixon, the chairman. Deacon Leroy Vance, Deacon David Henry. We have Brother Lee Spencer.
Armor bearer.
And we also is armor bearer, okay? And we have Brother Jimmy Brown, Brother Ernest Everton. Amen. Okay, what's over there? Get out, brothers over there. Okay, they call him Brother Tommy Dow. You know, it's Brother Marvin Dow. Amen. I brought that. Say, Brother Jimmy Brown? Yeah, he's the last one we took on. And thank God for those brothers. And presently, our church secretary is Sister Shirley Matthews. Our church mother, Sister Christine Searcy, and Sister Erling Dow. That concludes our church history. Thank you.
All right. All right.
Amen. God is good. Amen.
Thanks, Sister Dow, for the church history. Now, back up here.
This is my son. My 11-year-old, his idea. As you do with any kids, especially if you encourage them, they have to do what they want to do. Especially if something they want to do, they have to do that. Give us some Amen.
All right.
Okay, and as he comes, we'll have the candle lighting with the PowerPoint presentation. We
Okay.
have the names all listed. Okay. We're
Okay.
gonna set it up, Reverend, you come.
So you
the
come-
first
come on
step.
down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hosea, get ready to pull that down. Amen. You better come at the front. Amen. Okay, let's do it. Come get the lighter, Reverend. Can you come down?
Jonas need to come in?
Okay, 9 minutes.
All right.
Let's get started.
Okay.
Yes, so y'all can see.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Everybody, yeah, y'all come on down so y'all can see. PowerPoint. Pastor Brian, you wanna come? Video won't come down. Get it set up. Amen. Amen. Fellowship of Corinth. A congregation of Corinth and Corinthians of Corinth. Pastor Barnett's case on it, Pastor Allen, I'd like to thank you. Okay, and that was for me. And I like one, you already did it. Okay, I deceased victims, brothers that I chose, Tommy Jordan, Stephen Lyles, some of y'all come here. Albert Smith, Andrew Walker, John Pope. Brothers, y'all can just come in like Brian Lanham, baby, light for the 1, 2, 3. Pastor Osley Walker, John Pope, Minnie Young, Albert Harrison, Andrew Jackson, Milton Evans. We got 2. That's 1. Okay, Albert Harrison, Milton Evans, Jimmy Dow, Arthur Walker Sr., Dennis McDavid, and Raymond McDavid. Okay, Brother Jimmy